Westu Halmin Freyond and welcome to yet another video. The closer we are approaching the release date of The Rings of Power by Amazon, the more and more mysteries are arising rather than more and more news and information about the TV show. At this point, I am referring to the first official picture that was released. And on this picture, we can see most likely Valinor, with its two trees of Valinor, Laurelin and Telperion, the gold tree and the silver tree. Now, this is quite puzzling for both Tolkien fans and fanatics and for laymen, because the laymen are saying, what the heck are those two trees? And the people who have read the Silmarillion and the Unfinished Tales and all the extended material, shall we say, are saying, what the hell is Laurelin and Telperion doing there? They shouldn't be there because the show is set in the Second Age. So let me explain. The Arda, simply, Arda, the world, Arda is the Elvish word for the world, Tolkien's world, was created by Eru Ilúvatar and the Valar. Eru was the god, basically, of Tolkien's mythology, and Valar are demigods or angelic forces that were created by Eru, and then they shaped the world physically through their music. There was one Valar who fell from the grace because he wanted his own power, his own rule. He was very jealous of the other Valar and of Eru, and it was Melkor, the first Dark Lord. And when the Valar were creating the world through their music, Melkor was the one who was corrupting everything they created. So he created bad things like, frost and fire and darkness and things like that. So it's very similar to the devil, isn't it? And he then, rebelled against them and they fought. And then he was chased away from Valinor, and the Valar created two lamps that served as the sun and the moon, but they were destroyed. And after the destruction of the two lamps, they created the two trees. It was actually Yavanna, one of the female Valar, who sang the two trees into existence, the silver Telperion and the golden Laurelin. And they were actually considered to be a male and a female. So Telperion was a male and Laurelin was a female. So that's why, for example, in The Lord of the Rings, the sun is usually referred to as she. But Morgoth, as he was called by the elves, or Melkor, he was, of course, once again, very jealous of the two trees. So he was very angry, and he went to the first huge spider, to the ancestor of Shelob. She was called Ungoliant, right? And he allied with Ungoliant. Melkor allied with Ungoliant, and they went to Valinor, to the home of the Valar, and they poisoned and destroyed the two trees of Valinor. But luckily, the Valar were able to save some of the light from the two trees. And so the light was saved. And that was good. However, this all happened in the first age of Middle-earth, which ends, the first age of Middle-earth basically ends with the banishing of Morgoth, of Melkor, with the defeat of Melkor and his banishing into the out of the world, basically, to put it simplistically, right? They put him, let's say very simplistically, into another dimension, right? So his death was only really physical, because the Valar can never really die, because they are gods. But this is when the first age ends. So by the end of the First Age, the 2 trees are already destroyed. And we've got official news, official information that was said by Amazon that the show is set in the Second Age of Middle-earth. So the trees are already gone, right? So why are the trees on the picture, on the first official picture that was released by Amazon? Well, there are many theories, of course. First of them is that the fact that it's only set in the Second Age is a lie, or not true. Another one is a flashback. And another one is, very close to the flashback. And it's my theory, that it could be like the Lord of the Rings films started, with a prequel, right? Or, with an opening scene, right? With a prologue. Not a prequel, but a prologue. When they showed what happened, how the ring was made and how Sauron was defeated and how it all came to be. So this might be that, right? We might start the TV show with actually the filmmakers showing Melkor and Morgoth and the first, light of Valinor and how it was created, and then we get into the story, which is very bold and very daring, because all my life I've always thought that Silmarillion, especially the First Age, was something that you can never put on screen, because it's just impossible, Creating the world through music? No. How can you put that in a movie? Well, but, we don't know much yet. But anyway, I'm quite interested in your opinions and what you think about the 2 trees of Valinor, Laurelin and Telperion, and what they are doing on the picture. And what the reason is for them to be on the picture. Let me know in the comments down below. And that will be all. Thank you very much for watching, and namarie.